Well, that was a whirlwind. Less than 3 weeks after Tesla CEO Elon Musk hit the headlines with that enigmatic tweet talking about taking Tesla private at $420 per share with funding secured, Tesla is now officially not going private after all. Late Friday evening West Coast US time, Elon Musk announced in an official Tesla blog post that after discussing his privatization plans for Tesla with shareholders and board members, the decision was made to remain public. I met with Tesla's board of directors yesterday and I let them know that I believe the better path is for Tesla to remain public, Musk's post read. The board indicated that they agree. Elon's original tweet about privatization sent Tesla stock soaring as people tried to buy stock with the hope of cashing in on that $420 privatization deal. That price rise also punished short sellers to the tune of more than $1.3 billion, just 1 week after Tesla Q2 earnings had already punished short sellers by an estimated $2 billion. However, in the subsequent days and weeks, Tesla's stock started to fluctuate, experiencing several largest drops as it became apparent in a truth isn't truth type moment that funding secured may not have meant what some had assumed it did. Consequently, short sellers started profiting again from Tesla and have already made up much of the money that they initially lost after that initial tweet. The doubt surrounding Musk's tweet, as well as conflicting reports surrounding who was or wasn't lined up to provide that $420 per share pricing, hasn't helped Musk's credibility with Wall Street. And when Wall Street is nervous about his CEO, they're nervous about the share prices too. Which leads me to the question, what's next for Tesla? How you view the company will, of course, influence your response to this question. And in the interests of trying to be as fair as possible, I'm going to lay out some of the different pointers that can perhaps lead you to your own conclusion. First, let's deal with reputation. Elon's tweet about privatization, followed by an abrupt 180 on the subject 3 weeks later, hasn't helped Musk's public image. While it won't affect the opinion of a large number of Tesla fans and private Tesla shareholders, that's individuals with Tesla shares rather than institutional shareholders, it already appears to be making some analysts nervous, with many dropping their guidance prices on Tesla stocks over the mid to long term. However, on the flip side, to counter that, it's worth remembering that Tesla is unlike any other company we've seen before. It produces cars and energy products, which in of itself isn't unusual, but both its cars and energy products are on the cutting edge of renewable energy technology, which is certainly not the status quo. It's disruptive, and that disruptiveness is both shaking up the market and also leading to Tesla's shares being extremely volatile in the marketplace. Too long didn't read? Tesla shares will fluctuate and have done in the past. Elon's recent about turn will cause shares to fluctuate more than normal, but as always, it seems Tesla shares are best for long-term investors who are supporting Tesla because it's Tesla, or short sellers willing to play the long game, rather than more traditional investors hoping for traditional stock behavior. Personally, for Musk, the knock-on effects for that infamous tweet could reach out for many months. Elon is allegedly under investigation by the SEC, and the sudden change of plans over privatization could be used as proof to back up a theory some may have that the original tweet was designed to punish shorts and nothing else. This could not only undermine Elon's reputation, but could also cause Tesla's board to suggest that it brings on additional executive roles to help Elon at the top. All of this noise over Tesla privatization may have kept Tesla in the spotlight, but it's also kept attention away from less savory stories. Like any large firm, there are always good and bad stories hitting the headlines about Tesla every day, including news of Tesla winning another massive grid-tied energy storage contract in Australia, and the news that Tesla has successfully sent a Tesla Semi across the US, a prototype one with no backup, incident-free. But last week also saw several negative stories. More Tesla whistleblowers have come to light, alleging the company silenced those who voiced concern over quality control and waste at its factories. And then there was yet another Tesla crash, where although the driver was arrested on suspicion of drunk driving, alleged that he thought the car was in autopilot mode. But the most troubling thing? A report that during the last week of June, when Tesla managed to push 5,000 Model 3 cars through its production line, only 700 were so-called first-pass yield vehicles. The remaining 4,300 required reworking before passing quality control, with each vehicle taking an average of 37 minutes to rectify. That's 110 days worth of rectification, or about $51,300 worth of salary, if we assume the workers fixing the cars earned the average production line Tesla salary of $19.35 per hour. I'm not at Tesla, so I can't tell you if these reports are true or not. And without first-hand access to Tesla, nobody can verify Tesla's positive claims or these negative stories. But as we move away from privatization, I think there are some takeaways that show what Tesla does need to do next. First, more haste, less speed. While I can't confirm that story about first-pass yield figures, it does, based on how Tesla has behaved in the past, sound plausible. Without a privatization deal to keep it safe, and with Wall Street nervous about the company's future, Tesla needs to be deliberate and careful about its products, ensuring high reliability and high yield. 3,000 cars made well are more valuable to the company than 4,300 which need reworking. The same is true of other Tesla products too, and any future vehicles. Slow down, get there faster, and doing so will rebuild Wall Street's opinions of the company. Second, Tesla needs to get some help for Elon Musk. He is only human, and running both Tesla and SpaceX is really starting to take its toll. In order to move forward, Musk needs to make sure that Tesla is surrounded by employees who are smart, share Tesla's vision, but also who are not afraid to tell him when he gets it wrong, and he needs to delegate more. Third, Tesla needs to allow itself to drop the mantra of a small Silicon Valley startup. It's now a major corporation with tens of thousands of employees worldwide. It can't pivot and change direction as it once could without serious consequences. When Tesla was smaller, Elon Musk's tweet may have been brushed aside. Now, with many Tesla Model 3 owners still waiting for their cars and the whole world watching, Tesla needs to behave like the company it now is. Do you agree? What do you think is next for Tesla in the short term? And how would you advise Elon Musk if you had his ear? And finally, what do you think the long-term future holds? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And that's it. As always, hit the notification bell to hear the moment a new show is uploaded. Subscribe to both of our channels, and if you fancy it, support us by using one of the 2 links below or by buying something from our shop. Thanks for joining me, and until next time, keep evolving.